Nah. Good, or you need to lift it up?
I need it still before I move.
What happened?
I need it still before I move.
All right. That's good. Welcome to this live broadcast of the WABA for the Mount Vernon Shamrocks versus the DC Cyclones. This is broadcasting live on the I-95 Sports Network, I-95sportsnetwork.com. This is your broadcaster, Isaiah Rhodes, and we are live here at the Mount Vernon Boys and Girls Club. Coming into this matchup, the Mount Vernon Shamrocks are 3-3. This is their second to last home game of the season. The last home game will be September 30th here at the Mount Vernon Boys and Girls Club. So we will see who comes out the victor. Mount Vernon is coming off 2 straight victories, including an 81-80 nail-biter against the Expressions last Saturday. So we already understand going down to the playoff wire. It's going to be an eventful game. On the floor right now for the Shamrocks is Shannon Blake, Brittany Horn, who's coming off an excellent game. She had 20 points, 15 rebounds, and 4 blocks. We have Aquilin Hayes, Nadia Duncan, and Jasmine Castro Lopez. Just before tip-off, both teams are getting acquainted with each other. And we are about to get started. Tip-off. Shamrocks look to get the tip-off, but the Cyclones had an opportunity for a layup. Deflected by Shannon Blake on the inbound. Castro Lopez bringing it across half court. Looking for Aquilin Hayes on the wing, finds Nadia Duncan. Back to Shannon Blake. Duncan attacks the rim, and it's no good. Rebounded by the Cyclones. Pushing the break is Keyanna Tate. Tate finds a teammate at the top of the key. At the rim, off the spin. Great defense from Aquilin Hayes. And we have a scrum. Shannon Blake comes out of it. Passes to Jasmine Castro Lopez. Shannon Blake looking for Hayes inside. And it goes out of bounds. Possession goes to the Cyclones. On the floor for the Cyclones, Janae Blunt, number 1. Number 5, that is Nakia Gibbs. Gibbs finds Blunt. Blunt inside, finds Ashley Jennings. She can't finish, and Jennings on the kick out to number 12, Tamara Puckett. And she can't quite knock down the jumper. Shannon Blake looking for Castro Lopez at the rim. She does her Steve Nash impression and dribbles it out. Finds Brittany Horn. Kick out to Aquilin Hayes. And the 3 is good. Hayes is coming off a 20-point performance in her previous game. She gives the Shamrocks a 3-0 lead. On the inside, Gibbs can't knock down the jumper. Hayes on the kick out finds Lopez. Horn for 3, and she knocks it down. Brittany Horn giving the Shamrocks a 6-0 lead right now. As the Cyclones look to get a skip pass across, it's deflected out of bounds. Possession will stay with the Cyclones. Nakia Gibbs on the inbound. Baseline out of bounds. Finds Jennings. Jennings finds Blunt for 3. And she puts the Cyclones on the board. 6-3 Cyclones lead in front of this raucous home crowd. Horn for another 3. She can't quite knock it down. Offensive rebound from Hayes. Inside to Nadia Duncan, and she knocks it down. The former D1 LaSalle player out of Philadelphia. Duncan is a homegrown product from Mount Vernon. Hayes at the rim. She finishes. 10-3. Shamrocks lead the Cyclones. At the rim. And it goes out of bounds. Tamara Puckett couldn't quite handle that pass, so possession will go back to the Shamrocks. 11-3, excuse me. 11-3, Shamrocks lead. And we have a moving screen. That's called against Nadia Duncan. She did set up an open shot. She just got caught. Usually in basketball, there's moving screens every possession. But she got caught this time. Possession goes back to the Cyclones as the Shamrocks look to trap in the corner. Possession will stay with the Cyclones. We have a timeout by the DC Cyclones. 11-3, the Mount Vernon Shamrocks lead the DC Cyclones. The Cyclones are coached by Calvin Crenshaw. And for the Shamrocks, they're coached by Jermaine Alston. So we have a full timeout. We will be right back. I'm Isaiah Rhodes. You're listening to this stream on the I-95 Sports Network. We'll be right back. We're back based off the inbound. Cyclones. The three by Ashley Jennings is no good. Number 33, Ashley Jennings. Possession will go back to the Shamrocks. Lopez gets it across the timeline. You guys are unfamiliar with WABA basketball. Both teams have 7 seconds to get it across the timeline as Aquilin Hayes can't quite get the shot in the lane. Cyclones looking to push the break. And it's almost stolen. Kick out. Blunt for three, and it's good. 11-6. Blunt has knocked down 2 threes so far. Janae Blunt. Hayes takes the screen from Duncan. Inside. Nadia Duncan off the glass and good. Cyclones look to set up. Blunt finds Jennings. Off the glass, no good. Off of Aquilin Hayes' hands. They change possession to the Shamrocks. Hayes up and under. And she can't quite finish the layup. Kick out to Lopez. Back rims it, rebounded by the possession will stay with the Shamrocks. As they say, it goes off a Cyclone player. Brittany Horn for three. Back rims it, rebounded by Hayes. Multiple possessions for the Shamrocks. Shannon Blake knocks down the three. 16-6. We have our first double-digit lead of the day. Blunt, anticipating the trap, finds a teammate. And number 4, Keyanna Tate, draws the foul. 5:09 remaining in this first period. First free throw is good. As we have a substitution for the Cyclones. Nakia Gibbs is coming in for Ashley Jennings. Second free throw is no good. Shannon Blake with the rebound. She pushes the break. Looking to find a teammate. She finds Aquilin Hayes off the glass and good. Hayes out of the University of New Haven. Able to make things happen. Shannon Blake with a great assist. Rebounded Brittany Horn. Looking to find Shannon Blake. Can't quite get it to her, but we have a double dribble. We have a timeout by the Cyclones. 4:43 remaining in this first period. 18-7. Excuse me, it's not a Shamrock timeout. It's a media timeout. 4:43 remaining in this first period. Broadcasting live on the I-95 Sports Network, www.i95sportsnetwork.com. Your broadcaster Isaiah Rose will be right back. Off the inbound. Cyclones able to knock down a three. Keyanna Tate with the left wing three-pointer. Lopez finds Hayes. Hayes able to try to go baseline, but we have a foul. Blocking foul called on Nakia Gibbs. Coach Crenshaw doesn't agree, so he's politicking with the referee. Just trying to get in good favor. You got to do that. So hopefully it could go in your favor. Coach Austin does the same thing. Slide out of bounds, rebound on the inbound will be Nadia Duncan. Duncan looking for Horn inside. Horn off the backspin, no good. Rebounded by the Cyclones. Pushing the pace. We have a possession change. It will go to the Shamrocks. Another turnover for the Cyclones. 9-point lead for the Shamrocks. Lopez setting up at the top of the key. Takes a screen from Horn, but it's blocked as she looked to take a three. Lopez couldn't quite get the handle on that shot. That's why it was blocked. Oh, great find inside from Blunt. And the jumper is good from Keyanna Tate. Great find inside from Blunt. Free throw is good. 6-point lead for the Shamrocks, 18-12. 3:48 remaining. Quillen Hayes looking to split defenders. Finds Shannon Blake. Blake with the crossover. Looking to draw contact. Can't quite finish. Inside, Nadia Duncan. And we have a possession change. Duncan had an easy layup there, but she couldn't quite finish, which is pretty surprising considering Duncan is a bruiser inside, but she'll get a lot of chippies like that later on in the game. Very consistent inside. Up and under. And we have a foul. Coming into the game, Keyanna Tate, really aggressive, able to really throw the defender off because she's a left-hander. It's really difficult to guard most left-handers in basketball. First free throw is good as we have some substitutions. Coming in, Brianna Ward and Yolanda Rayside. Rayside actually played at UMass from 1995 to 1999. So she has some key experience. As the Cyclones looking to chip away at that 10-point lead earlier. We almost had a steal. Rayside with the basketball looking for Shannon Blake. They work it around the key. Ward can't quite knock down the jumper. Cyclones pushing it. With the behind the back dribble. Kick out, work it around. The jumper is no good. Rebounded by Ward. Blake pushing the break. Hayes. Stop on a dime, looking for a teammate. Finds Lopez. Lopez finds Ward. Blake for three. She knocked one down earlier from that same spot. Couldn't knock that one down. 2:32 remaining. Possession will go to the Cyclones. We have a substitution. Number 9, Joelle Hill, comes in for Keyanna Tate. Tate really put on a great performance in that short period of time. Able to get to the line, attack the basket, and find pockets to knock down key jumpers. Nakia Gibbs being guarded by Shannon Blake. As the Cyclones work it around, Janelle Hamilton kicks it out to number 50, Kalika France. She knocks down the jumper. On a kick out, the jumper wasn't good for Quillen Hayes. Great find from Lopez. Personal foul called against Janae Blount, excuse me. Baseline out of bounds on the inbound. Hayes looking for a teammate, finds Ward. Ward can't quite knock down the jumper. Strong rebound from Quillen Hayes. And it's good. Able to break the monotony of the score from the Shamrocks' perspective. Hayes able to give the Shamrocks a 4-point lead. Strong defense from the Shamrocks. As Gibbs off the dribble jumper is good. She got the shooter's roll. 2-point lead for the Shamrocks. We go back and forth, 20-18. As the Shamrocks have seen their 10-point lead dwindle to just 2 at this point. 1:22 remaining in this first period. Broadcasting live on the I-95 Sports Network. I'm your broadcaster, Isaiah Rhodes. We will be right back. Sideline out of bounds. Lopez looking to find Blake. Blake has to get it across the timeline. She just finds Quillen Hayes. Hayes trying to make something happen. Finds Blake. Blake looking for Rayside. Rayside on the kick out. Lopez knocks down the jumper. Excuse me. That's a three-pointer. It went straight through the net. Net didn't even move. 23-18. And we have an easy basket inside. Number 30, Janelle Hamilton. Hayes finds Rayside. And we have a jump ball. The pass wasn't quite there. Rayside had to bend down to get it. But possession will stay with the Shamrocks. Ward at the rim. Baseline jumper is good. 25-20 Shamrocks lead. Blunt directing. And we have it stolen. Ward pushing the break off the glass and good. Back-to-back buckets from Brianna Ward. We have a lot of left-handers on this court today. Blunt looking to make something happen. Pulls up for three. Back rimmed it. And that's the end of the first. 27-20. The Mount Vernon Shamrocks lead the DC Cyclones here on the I-95 Sports Network. The second to last home game for the Shamrocks here at the Mount Vernon Boys and Girls Club. I'm your broadcaster, Isaiah Rhodes. We will be right back. And we're back. Cyclones with the possession to start the second quarter. 27-20, the Shamrocks lead the DC Cyclones. As the Cyclones work it around. Inside, kick out to Blunt. And the three is good. That's Blunt's third three-pointer in this game to cut that 7-point deficit to 4. The Shamrocks had a lead led by as much as 10, but Cyclones were able to work it back. We have back-to-back threes. Back and forth we go as Brittany Horn knocks down a three-pointer, pushing the lead back to 7, 30-23. Jennings kicks out to Gibbs. Puckett works it around to Blunt. Inside, Gibbs can't quite find the layup, and it's stolen by Hayes. Hayes finds Brianna Ward. Left side of the key, works it around, back to Hayes. Top of the key is Shannon Blake. Kicks it up to Lopez. Lopez for three. Back rimmed it, rebounded by Blunt, but it's stolen by Horn. At the rim is Brianna Ward. She can't quite get it to fall, and Jennings pushed the break. Gibbs looking for Blunt, but Blunt wasn't on the left wing. She was actually at the top of the key. Miscommunication there. Going a little too fast. Possession will go back to the Shamrocks. Jasmine Castro Lopez at the top. Finds Hayes. Hayes directing. Looking for a screen. Pulls up for three. Back rims it. Rebounded by Jennings. Gibbs weaving through traffic, looking for a floater. Can't finish. Shannon Blake pushes the break. Finds Ward. Horn. Horn looked to be fouled there, but wasn't a call. Gibbs looking for an easy layup. Comes skying in is Shannon Blake, the great defender that is Shannon Blake. If you guys are just tuning into WABA basketball, particularly the Shamrocks, Shannon Blake, one of the best defenders in the league. Despite her diminutive stature, real pesky and really able to get into those passing lanes, make something happen. Miscommunication there for the Shamrocks. Possession will go to the Cyclones. At the rim, blocked by Brianna Ward. Off the glass, Puckett no good. Jennings is there to clean it up for an easy layup. 30-25, Shamrocks lead the Cyclones. The pace is picking up here in this early second quarter. Left side of the key, working it around near the baseline. We have a shot there from Ward, no good. Rebounded by Horn, off the glass and good. Brittany Horn, the former Georgetown Hoya, really getting into the groove the last couple of games. Jennings with a jumper is no good. And the layup inside from Keyanna Tate. Tate's game reminds me of Thaddeus Young. At the rim, Lopez draws the foul. No, Tate's game reminds me of Thaddeus Young. And number 50, Kaliko Franks, her game reminds me of Zach Randolph. I mean, we have so many left-handers here on this floor today. For the Shamrocks, you got Brianna Ward. Then for the Cyclones, they have at least 3 left-handed players. So, you know, a lot of southpaws. Lopez able to knock down the free throw. 7-point lead for the Shamrocks, 34-27. Working it around is the Cyclones. Inside is Tate. She draws a foul on Blake as Blake looked to get a weak side block, but she got caught. Got a little bit of the wrist. First free throw is good for Tate. Both free throws are good. 5-point lead, 34-29. Blake with the behind the back dribble, looking across the timeline. As that pass sailed, Lopez able to corral it. Nadia Duncan back in the game. And we have a steal, a kick ball, excuse me. Possession stays with the Shamrocks. Baseline out of bounds. Shannon Blake with a jumper. No good. Rebounded by the Cyclones, but stolen back by Shannon Blake. Up fake from Nadia Duncan finds Lopez. She can't quite knock down that jumper. But we have another steal. Brianna Ward staying after it. On back-to-back possessions, although the Shamrocks are missing jumpers, they're still attacking, giving themselves extra possessions. Shannon Blake with a steal, and now we see with Lopez from steal giving Brianna Ward an opportunity to get 2 free throws. 6:11 remaining in this first half, 34-29. Mount Vernon Shamrocks lead the DC Cyclones. First free throw is good from Brianna Ward. Second free throw is good. And because it was a steal in the half court, that's a 3D possession, so Brianna Ward will have 3 free throws. Third free throw is good. Puckett for three. Can't quite knock it down. Possession will go back to the Shamrocks. Blake looking for Horn inside. She draws some defenders. Pulls back for a fadeaway, no good. Jennings looking to slow it down. Finds Blunt. Blunt finds Puckett. Puckett for the jumper is no good. Rebounded by Blake. Shannon Blake with the crossover. Gets it across the timeline. Finds Nadia Duncan, but it's stolen by Blunt. 2-on-1. Cyclones off the glass. Blunt lays it in with the left hand. Duncan finds Horn inside. She can't quite handle the pass. A little too fast. Substitution for the Shamrocks. Aquilin Hayes comes in for Shannon Blake. And the three is no good. Rebounded by Nadia Duncan. Duncan pushing the break. Kicks out to Hayes. The jumper is no good. Rebounded by Brittany Horn. She draws the foul. Timeout on the floor. 4:54 remaining. 37-31. Mount Vernon Shamrocks lead the DC Cyclones. This broadcasting live on the I-95 Sports Network. www.i95sportsnetwork.com. We're back. At the free throw line is Brittany Horn. Knocks in the first free throw. As I mentioned, Horn is getting into the groove. Her last game, 81-80 nail biter against the Expressions. 20 points, 15 rebounds, and 4 blocks. As Blunt faces some defenders from the Shamrocks. Jennings kicks it out to Tate. At the free throw line, it's good. Lopez, left side, looking to get a floater off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Tate, looking to push the break. Back to Tate, the layup is no good. Rebounded by Nadia Duncan. I think it slipped out of Tate's hands there. Ward off the glass and good. Quillen Hayes with a great find pushing the break. Great defense from Lopez as Blunt able to find Janelle Hamilton. She can't finish that layup. Brittany Horn off the glass, no good. Fighting for the rebound, but we have the possession will stay here with the Shamrocks. Baseline out of bounds on the inbound will be Lopez. Quillen Hayes, top of the key. Work in the middle. Nadia Duncan finds Hayes down the middle. No good. Man, the off-the-ball movement for the Shamrocks is exceptional, but they got to finish those easy layups. 8-point lead for the Shamrocks nonetheless, 41-33. Hayes finds Horn. Horn for three, no good. (41-33), 3:40 remaining. Tate being guarded by Horn. Blunt with the floater off the glass, no good. Tate, offensive rebounding, good. We have a personal foul. Little confusion here. Well, possession will stay with the Shamrocks. Substitutions as Shannon Blake comes to the game. Blake finds Nadia Duncan. Left side of the lane off the glass. It's a charge. Those charge/blocking calls were always questionable. The home crowd thinks it was a block, as they should. Always defending their home team. Blunt, guarded by Shannon Blake. At the rim, great find inside. Great find inside from Kalika France. Finds Jennings inside. And Jennings will head to the free throw line. First free throw is good from Jennings. Both free throws are good. 41-37, 2:45 remaining in this first half. Shamrocks lead by 4. Brittany Horn inside looking to gain position. Inside, can't quite finish in the paint. Quillen Hayes and Tate fighting for that rebound. Tate comes out. She gets it to France. France pushing it. Inside, Tate corrals a pass. Hamilton off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Horn. Horn has to get it across that timeline. Finds Duncan. Horn thought about a three. Instead, drives to the rack, draws a foul. First free throw is good. Both free throws good. 6-point lead for the Shamrocks. 43-37. Tate finds Jennings. Left side, no good on a three. France pulls up for three and rebounded by Blake. Blake finds Ward. Ward finds Duncan, back to Ward. The jumper's no good. Rebounded by Nadia Duncan off the glass and good. You got to fight for those extra possessions, especially when you're pushing for the playoffs. 8-point lead for the Shamrocks. Blunt, great find inside for Hamilton. And that's blocked by Hayes. Horn looking to corral possession. And we have a jump ball or a timeout? It is a jump ball, and possession will stay. No, it'll go to the Shamrocks. They call the jump ball. Well, they don't know what they want to do, so, no, it is possession. It'll stay with the Shamrocks. Blake crosses the timeline looking for Duncan. Duncan faces a double team. Dribbles out of it. Finds Hayes in the lane. And it goes off her knee. Great hands there by the Cyclones. Inside. Jennings off the glass and good. 50 seconds remaining. Blake looking to drive baseline. Pulls up for the jumper, but is fouled. Keyanna Tate draws that foul. Shannon Blake goes to the free throw line. This has been really a defensive game. No team has cracked 50 points just yet. You get the feeling this game is going to go down to the wire, last possession. Both teams fighting for playoff positioning. As this is the second to last game. The last game for the Shamrocks will be September 30th here in Mount Vernon. First free throw is good from Shannon Blake. And the second free throw is no good. Possession goes to the Cyclones. Hamilton looking to find a teammate as she's trapped by Duncan and Blake. And we have a timeout by the Cyclones. 26 seconds remaining here at the Mount Vernon Boys and Girls Club. 47-39. The Shamrocks lead the Cyclones. 26 seconds remaining in this first half. We will be right back. The I-95 Sports Network streaming live. We're back out of that timeout. We had a deflection, but possession will stay with the Cyclones. Sideline out of bounds on the inbound. Tamara Puckett finds France, guarded by Duncan. Jennings off the cut, can't quite finish that jumper in the lane. Horn looking for Blake, deflected by the Cyclones, but Blake able to corral it. She finds Brianna Ward with the basket. 3 seconds at the half, and then just no good. Shamrocks going to the half, 49-39. This is broadcasting live on the I-95 Sports Network, www.i95sportsnetwork.com. This is Isaiah Rhodes. We will be right back. Start of the third period here on the I-95 Sports Network here in Mount Vernon, New York. Start of the half. The Cyclones have the basketball. And the jumper is no good. As Lopez finds Shannon Blake on a leak out. And we have our first basket of the half, 51-39. Shannon Blake with the easy layup. As going into the half, 49-39, Shamrocks led, tying their largest lead of the half at 10. Now they have their largest lead of the game, but coming back is an easy finish for the Cyclones, 51-41. Lopez looking to find a teammate. Shannon Blake finds Hayes. Quillen Hayes finds Nadia Duncan. And we are in the half court as Puckett is guarding Lopez. Duncan kicks out. And we have a three-pointer from Lopez, but it's no good. 8:56 remaining. Blunt looking inside to Puckett. Possession will stay with the Cyclones. Baseline out of bounds. They're trying to fix the clock. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Stolen by Nadia Duncan, but possession stays with the Cyclones, rebounded by Brittany Horn. And we have a jump ball. Possession will go to the Shamrocks. 8:38 remaining. Looking to set up a crossover, stolen by Puckett. And Tamara Puckett gets a 3-and-D possession to work in the Cyclones' favor. 51-44. Brittany Horn for three, and she's fouled by Puckett. That was a great steal from Tamara Puckett, picking the Quillen Hayes' pocket, but the Shamrocks are able to respond quickly. Personal foul on Tamara Puckett, excuse me. And Brittany Horn appears to be banged up a little bit. She's trying to walk off. A little ankle tweak. She's okay. Great sportsmanship there from Puckett and Gibbs from Cyclones. You know, we're all competitors at heart, but you always want to see your opposition be at full strength so that you can give your best and they give their best. So good sportsmanship there from the Cyclones. Horn has to walk this off before she shoots these 3 free throws. There'll be some slight deliberation from the refs. While we're taking this brief intermission, we want to give a shout out to the Shamoya McKenzie Foundation as they had their first Shamoya McKenzie Foundation Gala last night. A lot of great luminaries, not only from Mount Vernon, but all over Westchester and New York City, to pay homage to the young basketball player who, despite her great talents and great energy, lost her life in her untimely passing New Year's Eve 2016, but her mother and the family and everyone involved with the Shamrocks and the city of Mount Vernon has worked to keep her name alive, and the gala last night showed that it's the inaugural gala. It's going to go on annually, year to year, so I just want to give a shout out to the Shamoya McKenzie Foundation, and WABA supports the Shamrocks in that regard as well. So 8:20 remaining in this third period. Broadcasting live on the I-95 Sports Network, www.i95sportsnetwork.com. Brittany Horn knocks down the first free throw. She's standing a little gingerly on that ankle, but she's a warrior. She's fighting through it. The former Hoya gets her second free throw. And it's good. See, right now, she wants to fight through these free throws so that because I think they're going to sub her out. Rebounded by Shannon Blake on a missed free throw. Horn stays in the game. She's still trying to fight. Inside, Puckett gets the layup, but we have a substitution as Ward comes in. Horn couldn't quite finish that defensive possession. Her teammates help her up. Trying to fight through that ankle injury. She had to take those free throws so that she could stay eligible in the game. So we hope that her recovery. You always want to be careful on the closeouts on the three. Those ankles are really sensitive. Hopefully she has a speedy recovery. (53-46). Possession will go to the Shamrocks. Crossing the timeline. Shamrocks get it across. Aquilin Hayes guarded by Puckett. Inside, no good. Offensive rebound. And the finish is good from Aquilin Hayes, the former NE10 Defensive Player of the Year. Able to get what I call the Moses Malone. Follow up on her own shot, gets a bucket and the offensive rebound. But the Cyclones able to respond quickly as Gibbs able to get that easy finish. Nakia Gibbs able to get the potential and one opportunity. 7-point lead for the Shamrocks. Free throw is good and one complete for the Cyclones. Shannon Blake at the rim and can't finish. Nadia Duncan with a potential and one opportunity draws a foul on the offensive glass. Nadia Duncan proving her worth as a bruiser inside, making something happen for the Shamrocks. And as I mentioned, this game has a feel that is going to go down to the wire. Both teams trying to get playoff positioning. This is the second to last game. Duncan can't quite finish on a free throw. Another opportunity though. 7:29 remaining. Second free throw is good. Easy finish there. Good find from Shannon Blake. 10-point lead for the Shamrocks, 59-49. Puckett looking to get a bucket. No good. And it's rebounded by Duncan. She finds Ward. Ward able to find Lopez. Lopez facing a trap, kicks out to Blake. Blake finds Hayes. Hayes in the lane with a jumper. No good. Rebounded by Jennings. Jennings pushing. Looking to make something happen. Stolen. But it's stolen right back. And we have what's going on. Possession will stay with the Cyclones. A little bit of confusion. Just have to make the scores table aware of the change of possession. So, 10-point lead for the Shamrocks. Blunt for three. No good. She knocked down two earlier in the first half. Missed her first three-point attempt in the second half. Blunt. And we have a foul on the sideline. As Lopez there for the inbound. We have a substitution for the Cyclones. As Puckett goes to the bench, Kalika France comes into the game. Shamrocks working in the half court. Hayes looking for the fadeaway. Can't quite finish. Rebounded by Blunt. And the look was there. Nakia Gibbs saw it, but the pass sailed over Tate's head. We got to give a shout out to Keyanna Tate. Tate, a really good scorer off the bench for the Cyclones. Rebounded by the Cyclones. Nakia Gibbs approaching three-point line. Keyanna Tate finds Blunt. Right side of the key. Back to Keyanna Tate, jumper no good. And off the glass, the finish is good for Ashley Jennings. Our personal fouls on Jasmine Castro Lopez. And one is good. 59-52. Shamrocks lead. Quillen Hayes at the rim looking to finish inside. And we have an and one opportunity for the Shamrocks. Back and forth we go. Seesaw battle we have. As it's good to see Brittany Horn coming in to the game. Potential substitution. As I mentioned, man, you got to give your kudos to Horn. One to be out here and fight for her teammates. Got to give her props, man. That's the competitor. You got to give props to a gamer always. There's a Quillen Hayes at the free throw line looking to complete an and one opportunity. 9-point lead for the Shamrocks. And the free throw is good. 10-point lead. Back and forth we go. Hamilton has the basketball. Baseline move for Kalika France is good. Utilizing that left hand. Lopez off the spin, crossing the half-court line. Brittany Horn with the step-back jumper. And it's good. And it's good for Brittany Horn. Great response out of that locker room. 10-point lead. Stolen, potentially, but back to the Cyclones. Hamilton. Is that that's a blocking foul? This home crowd doesn't agree at all. I can't say I disagree, but we have immediate timeout. This is broadcasting live on the I-95 Sports Network, www.i95sportsnetwork.com. This is your broadcaster, Isaiah Rose. We'll be right back. Baseline out of bounds. We're back. Cyclones looking at inbound. Hamilton finds France. Inside, we have a charging foul. See, the basketball guards are equal. They had a questionable blocking foul, but there was a charge. Possession will go back to the Shamrocks. On the inbound, Aquilin Hayes. Handling the ball is Hayes. Great defense from Gibbs. Hamilton guarding Lopez. Lopez looking to set up a play. Hayes looking to make something happen off the glass. The layup is no good. Almost, but it doesn't count. Tate with a great catch. Blocked. And possession will stay with the Cyclones. Tate once again, and we have a foul. Because it was a 3-and-D possession, potentially. 10-point game, 64-54. That layup by Hayes, but that move was great. She just couldn't finish at the rim. First free throw is good for Tate. Keyanna Tate able to knock down both free throws. Excuse me, it wasn't a 3-and-D possession. Crossover by Nadia Duncan. Off the glass, no good. At the rim, no good on the finish. 2 gimme layups there for Duncan. At the rim, Keyanna Tate able to respond. 6-point game, 64-58. Brittany Horn finds Jasmine Lopez, no good on the 3. Blunt at the rim, and she finishes 4-point game. That quickly, it went from 10 points to 4 points. 64-60, 3 minutes remaining in this third period. As I mentioned earlier, the game had a feel that it would go down to the wire. We have 2:50 remaining in the third period, so it should be an eventful fourth quarter. Horn looking to make something happen, and she does. Big shot from Brittany Horn to give the Shamrocks some breathing room. 66-60. Blunt finds Tate inside with the response. Keyanna Tate and Brittany Horn going back and forth here in this third period. Horn looking to respond. Behind the back dribble. Looking for a teammate. She finds Aquilin Hayes. Hayes with the deflection. But possession will go to the Cyclones. Yolanda Rayside comes into the game substitution. Hamilton looking for a jumper, no good. Rebounded by Nadia Duncan. Brittany Horn looking for Aquilin Hayes. The jumper is no good for Hayes. Rayside couldn't get that rebound. The offensive rebound is there. Great finish inside for number 50, Kalika France. 2-point game, 66-64. And we have a foul. Substitution from the Cyclones. Joel Hill just coming into the game. 66-64. Shamrock clinging to a 2-point lead. Shannon Blake gets it back to Lopez. Lopez, big three-pointer. Big three-pointer, 5-point game. 1:05 remaining in this third period. Shamrocks lead by 5. As I mentioned, this is for playoff positioning. There's one game remaining. Blunt responds with another 3. 2-point game. We go back and forth. An eventful fourth quarter we will have. Blake with the response, no good. And we have a foul under the rim. At the free throw line is Rayside. And she knocks in the first one. Line to Rayside. UMass graduate. Played from 1995 to 1999. So she has great experience. The second, it's a lane violation. So she got the first free throw, but the second did not count. 3-point lead, 70-67. Gibbs finds France, back to Gibbs. And the three-pointer is no good. Inside, France, no good. Blunt looking to make something happen. Inside to France, we have a foul. We have a foul. 17 seconds remaining. .4 to be exact. Shamrock's unable to corral that rebound. In the trenches, it gets tough, man. That first free throw was good for Kalika France. We have some substitutions for the Shamrocks. Rayside comes out. Brianna Ward comes in. Second free throw. No good. Unable to hit the rim there. 2-point game. Shamrock basketball, 70-68. Brianna Ward, 4-3, and it's good. Coming out of that locker room after that ankle tweak, she's in the zone. She is in the zone. We have a 5-point lead for the Shamrocks, 73-68. This is Isaiah Rose broadcasting live here at the Mount Vernon Boys and Girls Club. This is the I-95 Sports Network, www.i95sportsnetwork.com. Shamrocks lead the DC Cyclones, 73-68. We'll be right back. to start the fourth quarter. 9:50 remaining. 5-point lead for the Mount Vernon Shamrocks over the DC Cyclones. Back and forth affair we have Jennings with the jumper. And Tate can't finish the offensive glass. Another offensive rebound. And she finishes. Keyanna Tate making her presence known to start this fourth quarter. I-95 Sports Network, this is Isaiah Rhodes. Lopez to respond. Three-pointer is no good. Back and forth we go. Blunt finds Tate, and the finish is there. 73-72, 9:13 remaining. And we have a foul as Horn was collapsed upon. Personal foul called on Keyanna Tate. 73-72. Lopez. She isn't gun shy. Big 3-point there. The big 3 points there. Giving the Shamrocks some breathing room. 76-72. With the 3-pointer. No good for the Cyclones. At the rim. We have a possession change. Shamrocks basketball. Puckett couldn't knock down that 3. The momentum is swinging back and forth. Seesaw game. Horn finds Duncan in the paint. No good on the jumper. But we have a foul inside. Nadia Duncan attacking the offensive glass, making something happen. First free throw is good for Nadia Duncan. The Mount Vernon product went on to play at the LaSalle University in Philadelphia. Rebounded by Shannon Blake. Big offensive rebound. Horn for 3. Offensive rebound of Quillen Hayes. Big offensive rebound. She came skying in for that. Quillen Hayes making something happen. Goes to the free throw line. 2 shots. First free throw is good. Second free throw is good. 7-point lead. 8:15 remaining. With the Euro step potentially no good because it's a charge. Nakia Gibbs doesn't agree with that. Possession will go back to the Shamrocks. Man, that paint, man, is treacherous. Shannon Blake. We have a clock change. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Got to get that shot clock right. 8:02 remaining. On the inbound of Quillen Hayes. Left side finds Nadia Duncan in the middle. Off the glass and good. As I mentioned earlier, she might miss some chippies early, but she won't miss them late. Nadia Duncan making something happen. 9-point lead. Off the spin. The finish is good for Janae Blunt. Janae Blunt keeping the Cyclones in the game. 7-point lead for the Shamrocks. Horn making something happen. Faces a double team. Kick out to Hayes. Hayes looking for Duncan inside. Possession stays with the Shamrocks. Hayes, baseline. Off the glass, no good. And it's a fight for the rebound. Possession will go to the Cyclones. Foul called against Nadia. Fourth personal foul on Duncan. Another thing you guys should know about the WABA, no one exactly fouls out. After 6 fouls, you can stay in the game, but for every foul you commit after 6 fouls, the team gets a free throw opportunity and possession. So, Keyanna Tate making her presence known. We have an and one opportunity, 81-76. Free throw was missed. Shannon Blake with the rebound. Hayes driving baseline. And we have a charge. As Hayes tried to draw and kick, but she got put in a position of jumping and passing at the same time. 6:50 remaining, fourth quarter. Keyanna Tate looking to get a finish inside. No good. Lopez looking for Duncan, but it rolled just off her hand. That was a potential easy opportunity on a fast break. We have a substitution for the Cyclones. As Jennings comes out of the game, Janelle Hamilton comes into the game. 5-point game, 6:30 remaining. Janae Blunt finds Keyanna Tate inside once again. Diving in the lane, getting easy finishes. 3-point game. Shamrocks need one of them key baskets. Who's going to step up? Horn being guarded by Tate. Inside, Nadia dunking off the glass and good. Great find from Brittany Horn. Great off-the-ball movement from Nadia Duncan. 5-point game, just under 6 minutes remaining. Inside, Keyanna Tate, no good. Rebounded by Hayes. And she's able to find Lopez out of the scrum. Lopez pushing. Back to Lopez off the glass. Great team basketball there. You got to find your teammates. Duncan and Lopez working together, giving the Shamrocks a 7-point lead. 85-78, 5:40 remaining. This is the Island 5 Sports Network. Isaiah Rhodes will be right back. Seven-point game. Back 5:30 remaining. Cyclones have to make something happen if they're trying to win this game. And Gibbs responds with an and one potentially. the attack. (85-80), Cyclones trail. Nakia Gibbs at the free throw line, fresh out of the timeout. And she completes the and one opportunity, putting pressure on the Shamrocks. Both teams have to execute down the stretch. Blake finds Lopez. Lopez back to Hayes. Hayes on the baseline. Finds Shannon Blake. Blake pulls up for the jumper. She knew it was off. Attacks the glass and finishes. You gotta be able to follow your shot. She knew it was off and caught the defense sleeping. Possession goes back to the Shamrocks. Great defense. 6-point lead, 87-81 Shamrocks. Making something happen. On the inbound, Duncan finds Horn. Horn able to draw the foul. Because it was a 3-and-D possession, Horn able to get 3 free throws on the 3-and-D possession. If you guys are unfamiliar with the 3D rule, the 3D rule rewards great defense. So if the defense is able to get a turnover in the half court, that potential possession turns into a 3-point opportunity if it's a layup. And if it's a 3, it turns into 4 points. So because the Shamrocks were able to force a turnover, now Horn is able to get 3 free throws. She was only able to make 1. 81-88. The miss from Nakia Gibbs is not there. Hayes fighting for a rebound, and we have a foul. We have a timeout, immediate timeout. 88-81, Shamrocks lead the DC Cyclones. 4:38 remaining. On the inbound, Lopez finds Hayes. Oh, that's a charge. Too strong on the post move from Duncan. Too offensive, too offensive. 5 personal fouls on Duncan. Stolen by Blake. Stolen by Blake. Possession goes to the Shamrocks. Hamilton off the glass, and it's good. That's a 3D possession. So 88-84. Lopez finds Duncan, and we have is that a foul or a timeout? Oh, just a clock adjustment. Clock adjustment. "17 seconds on the shot clock. Brittany Horn in the post. We have another charge. Nakia Gibbs. Able to force that charge. So we have back-to-back charges called against the Shamrocks. Nakia Gibbs with the basketball. Finds Jennings. Jennings finds Keyanna Tate. Tate at the rim. And it's good. See how valuable those 3D possessions are. Trailing by 7. The Cyclones able to go on a 5-0 run. Looking for Shannon Blake inside. We have a turnover. 88-86. Shamrocks clinging to a 2-point lead. 3:18 remaining. Jennings at the rim. Tie game. Tie game. 3 minutes remaining. 3 minutes remaining. Can the Shamrocks finish this game? Hayes, Aquilin Hayes with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Blake finds Duncan at the top of the key. At the rim, Angie finishes. Able to finish at the rim. 2-point lead, Shamrocks. 90-88. Gibbs misses the layup. And we have an easy opportunity from Nadia Duncan. And one! And one! 2:33 remaining. Nadia Duncan pushing his lead to 4. Big baskets from Nadia Duncan. .233 remaining. Big baskets from Nadia Duncan. We got to give a shout out to Shannon Blake as well, because she really changed the trajectory of that layup potentially from the Cyclones. Offensive rebound. Brittany Horn at the rim. No good. Possession goes to the Cyclones. Pushing the break. There's advantages. Blunt for 3. Back rims it. Rebounded by Shannon Blake. She finds Hayes. Hayes is fouled by Hamilton. Janelle Hamilton picks up that foul. 2:09 remaining, 4-point lead. Back-to-back layups from Nadia Duncan has given the Shamrocks some breathing room. Despite the Cyclones' best effort to steal this game, Shamrocks are holding on. Here at Mount Vernon, Shamrocks looking to make a strong playoff push. The second to last home game. The last home game will be September 30th, Saturday at 6 p.m. First free throw is good. This is really that 5-point lead makes it a 2-point game because of the 3-and-D. The 3-and-D rule really changes a lot. So you got to keep a 5-point lead. And both are made. 6-point lead for the Shamrocks. Nakia Gibbs with the basketball. Approaching 2 minutes. Hamilton at the rim. Looking to find Tate. Keyanna Tate making things happen for the Cyclones. The one constant on both ends for the Cyclones tonight. 4-point lead, 1:45 remaining. Can the Shamrocks hold on? Blake with the shot. No good. We have a loose ball foul. And loose ball foul called against the Cyclones. Brittany Horn once again hitting the floor, but she's a warrior, proven earlier with the sprained ankle. Had to go retape it and come back out, making key baskets in the third period to give the Shamrocks some breathing room. And now she's at the free throw line looking to ice this game. First free throw is good. 5-point lead. Second free throw is missed, but it's a 5-point lead. 2-possession game. Rebounded. Great tap out from Hayes. Shannon Blake finds Lopez off the glass. The layup is good. Timeout from head coach Calvin Crenshaw as he feels this game slipping away. 1:13 remaining here at Mount Vernon Boys and Girls Club. This is Isaiah Rhodes broadcasting live on the I-95 Sports Network, www.i95sportsnetwork.com. On the inbound, Cyclones looking to make something happen. At the rim, blocked by Horn, but we have a foul. 1:05 remaining. Kalika France at the free throw line. And Nadia Duncan picks up that sixth foul. Two shots. France made some big plays throughout this game as well. She misses that first free throw. Point of reference I made earlier. France's game reminds me a lot of Zach Randolph's. A lot of the same skill set. She makes that second free throw, 6-point game. Blake able to get it across half court. Great find. Brittany Horn pulls up for three, no good. Hamilton makes that, gets that rebound. Finds France. France is fouled by Brittany Horn. She heads back to the free throw line. 48 seconds remaining. As you hear that chant of box out for the Shamrocks. First free throw is missed. If you guys are just tuning in, offensive rebounding has been key for both teams as the Cyclones have been able to get back into the game routinely because of the offensive rebounding. So if the Shamrocks want to close out this game, offensive rebounding will have to be paramount. Second free throw. France knocks down the second one. So we have a timeout by the Shamrocks. It's Coach Jermaine Alston is looking to give the final directives to close out this game. 97-92. The broadcaster Isaiah Rhodes broadcasting live here at the Mount Vernon Boys and Girls Club. We will be right back. Nadia Duncan looking to inbound. She finds Hayes, and Hayes is fouled. First free throw is missed by Quillen Hayes. Second free throw is made. 98-92. 40 seconds remaining. And it is a jump ball. Possession will stay with, no, it will go to the Shamrocks. Big defensive possession there for the Shamrocks. Nadia Duncan gets it back to Quillen Hayes. Hayes finds Brittany Horn. Horn looking for Duncan. It's stolen. 3-3 possession, but it is turned over. Too fast for the Cyclones. That was a golden opportunity there. Could have turned this into a one-possession game. Shannon Blake looking to get across, and she draws the foul. 24.4 seconds remaining. Personal foul called against Kalika France. First free throw is good. As the Shamrocks look to get to 100. 99-92, they lead. The free throw bounces around and in. 100-98, 24.4 seconds remaining. Coming out of that break, 192, 24.4 seconds remaining. We have a steal by Shannon Blake, and that seems to have finished this game. You gotta finish strong. Great defensive stands from the Shamrocks when the Cyclones look to be on their tails, looking to finish this game, looking to steal this game. Every time the Cyclones made a run, you saw the Shamrocks come back with key baskets and key stretches to really stretch the lead and give them some breathing room. Key shout out to Brittany Horn, who played despite a tweaked ankle in the second half, made some key shots in that third period. Also, Jasmine Lopez made some big baskets. Quillen Hayes and Nadia Duncan really on the offensive glass, keeping possessions alive. And once again, Shannon Blake defensively making things happen. 10-point lead for the Shamrocks, 102-92. Cyclones looking to finish. Keyanna Tate able to finish. Keyanna Tate for the Cyclones able to really keep them in the game as Blake looking to dribble out this clock. And despite that turnover, the Mount Vernon Shamrocks finished the game 102-93, broadcasting live on the I-95 Sports Network. This is Isaiah Rhodes, and we want to just let you know that the last home game of the season, the last game of the season, will be here for the Shamrocks, the Mount Vernon Boys and Girls Club. The Shamrocks are now 4-3 as they defeat the DC Cyclones 102-93. This is broadcasting live on the I-95 Sports Network, www.i95sportsnetwork.com. This is your broadcaster, Isaiah Rhodes, and we will be back 2 Saturdays from now, September 30th, 6 p.m. I want to give a key shout-out once again to the Shamoya McKenzie Foundation and the Shamoya McKenzie Foundation Gala, the first annual gala yesterday. So we want to give a shout-out to the Shamoya McKenzie Foundation. Once again, 102-93, Mount Vernon Shamrocks defeat the DC Cyclones. We will be back September 30th.